Hi guys, as promised, I said I would post the video of the overhead view that I took back in, I believe it was 2007, of dogs weaving. So I wanted to give that to you. And there are two sections. The blue base, or the brown base here, is 21 inches. And the next shot will be blue bases, and those are all 24. So you have an example of what we're trying to get the dogs to do. So you know a little bit about mechanics of footwork and stuff. You can see some of it happening, both the front and the rear. You'll see some of the dogs, like this dog, struggle because she doesn't have very good spinal flexion. She's a little bit overweight, but we do know she has back problems. And again, that's so important that you guys do chiropractic and body work on your dogs to make sure that they're not compensating because they're sore. So you'll see different weave styles here. Notice the larger the dog, the more awkward it looks when the dog's weaving, because it has to compress in a small space and flex more. Whereas you put them on the larger set, and most of these dogs have never been on 24 inches. So you'll notice that they'll enter a little bit tentatively, and then they speed up as they go through and realize that they can start to open up. So again, I would encourage you to watch this video several times and watch footwork in the front and also the rear so that you can start to develop your eye. And see, for this dog, it's quite significantly different when she has the 24-inch poles. But notice how much the flex of the spine happens. Large Rottweiler, as you can imagine, very, very difficult to get through weave poles. Does have pretty good consistent footwork, double foot in the front and the back. And when we put him into the 24 inches, you can see less flexion in the spine. He's still struggling to get through, but it's not so detrimental on his body as the 21-inch poles were. So you can really see how much this dog is actually, when he's in the poles, he's weaving like 3 poles at a time, and gave up at the end. Whereas this, he looks much smoother and like he's traveling more forward rather than side to side. And that's again from the spacing of the poles. And there's a young Whippet just learning how to weave. And he's very cautious, and you'll see that his footwork is inconsistent. So the places where it looks unrhythmic, you'll notice that the footwork is incorrect as well. Here's a close-up. So there's a double, and he's sort of crossing feet. He's not very rhythmic bouncing through. And here he's actually experimenting again with his footwork. He's actually trying to single in a couple of places, and then he just can't pull it off yet. So this dog is BC, very flexible. However, this was actually my dog, Kaina, who's now 14. So you can see she really starts to open up and travel more forward after she gets on that 24-inch set. Okay, this is that very large, red, powerful Border Collie. And you can see he's struggling because he has to compact. So he's got more side-to-side movement, and he's really, wrapping and pushing on those poles. Whereas when we get it opened a little bit, he's still struggling, but it's less flexion side to side. But if you notice, look how many poles that he's actually weaving. It's not just a single pole. His whole body is wrapped in there. Anyway, I thought that would be of interest to you, and hope you appreciate the fact how much effort your dogs are making while they're learning poles, and that we do need to take care of them. So if you're not doing body work and chiropractic, I'm going to encourage you to investigate that. Thank you.